You're about to meet a composer whose songs you never have heard, but whose music you may never forget. His name is John Beltzer. But don't look for his name on the music charts. You won't find him selling out big concert halls or find his CDs at your local music store. And that's just fine with him, because he writes, plays, and sings what he calls songs of love for only one person at a time. Every one of them very special, very young, and very sick.
Tito Kelly Wilson, Lisa Rihanna, Tito Kelly.
John Beltzer is beginning to compose a love song. His inspiration comes from a girl he hasn't even met. Her name is Ingrid.
Ingrid, she's the one. And I guess the one. Ingrid, she's the one. And yes, the one.
And this is Ingrid. Ingrid Barcia, 16 years old and recently diagnosed with leukemia. Ingrid wants to be President of the United States, loves painting, and comes here to Schneider Children's Hospital in New Hyde Park, New York, at least 3 times a week for medical tests and chemotherapy. Today, her therapy is coming in a different form, in a song.
Hey, how you doing, Ingrid?
It's John Beltzer's song, which Ingrid is hearing for the very first time.
Ingrid, she's the one.
Ingrid's reaction is John Beltzer's motivation.
It's not about selling records. It's about making a child smile. When you write a song for a child in a style that that child likes, and then you couple it with the fact that it's about them. So it's sort of like a double dose of music medicine.
A double dose of music medicine.
Yeah. Songs of love.
Working out of a small apartment in the New York City borough of Queens, John Beltzer runs a non-profit foundation called Songs of Love. He raises funds and is paid through contributions. Beltzer works with about 60 composers in various cities. Steffani Bennett is one of them. They write and record custom-made songs tailored to the taste of individual children being treated in hospitals across the country and around the world. A detailed profile, like the one Ingrid Barcia completed, lists a few of a child's favorite people, a few of their favorite things.
What's your favorite color?
Baby blue.
Baby blue. I gotcha. All right.
Once performed and recorded, the song is usually mailed, sent overnight if the prognosis is grim. And business is good, which is the sad news. There are so many requests that Beltzer says he and his team have already created over 7,000 songs. Well, David, this is a big hospital.
Yeah.
Huh? 5-year-old David Sookhoo also has leukemia. His treatment is painful and debilitating. He spent 2 months in the hospital and now faces at least 2.5 years of chemotherapy. If his medications work, David's chances seem pretty good. More than 85% of kids like David survive.
I made a polar bear for you.
Oh, David, that's wonderful. Now, a song of love is being written just for him. Well, are you looking forward to your own song?
Yes.
Song about David?
Yes.
That's the meat of the song right there.
To write David's songs, John Beltzer recruited composer Danny Obadia.
Piano. How about some piano?
The lyrics came from little David Sookhoo himself.
He's into making pineapple pizza, the big red dog, playing hide and seek, collecting Thomas the Tank Engine movies, plays with his cars and motorbikes, plays with his trains, and from this we begin a song.
I'll bet he's under that blanket, playing hide and seek. He's so cute.
Singer Angela Workman was hired to help perform the piece.
Like Thomas the Tank Engine, he's always on the go. Sweet as his pineapple pizza, to that he'll never say no.
For many years, Workman traveled the world as a backup singer for Ray Charles. Tonight, she'll be paid only a small fee, just $50. Obadia gets $100.
That's good. That's good. I like it.
But however sweet the sound, nothing can hide the reality for David's parents, Shaina and Prim Sookhoo. Insofar as you can, Tell me what it's like to have a child, in your case an only child, with a disease such as David has.
It's very hard.
David lost his childhood. He doesn't have that childlessness in him because of the chemotherapy and because of the leukemia. And because of that, we lost that too. All his friends are in school having a good time. And where is he?
Well, what are your expectations about the song?
I can't wait to hear the song.
I think we'll cheer him up.
Guess what I have here?
John Beltzer rarely gets the chance to witness a child's first reaction to a song, so we asked him to hand-deliver David's CD so we could watch both of them.
Who wants to be like David? David Sookhoo. I want to be like him. Yes, I do. Some kids really respond well, but some kids, they get very shy, but inside they're bubbling with joy. You can see it. They're like, they look, back at this, wow, this is about me. All right. So, how does that sound?
Good.
Yeah? You approve?
Yeah.
And there was personal tragedy. His twin brother, Julio, a musician himself, was suffering from schizophrenia. In 1984, John witnessed his brother leap to his death from a rooftop. Even for a strong person, it's a big shock and a big trauma. How did that change you?
What I did is I tried to cope with it by keeping the dream alive. I know Julia would not have wanted me to fall apart. So I kept going with the music, and I kept pursuing.
And one day, Beltzer had a revelation.
I was walking down the street in my neighborhood, and I had the epiphany, the realization, like, wow, could you imagine writing a song to help a sick child feel better?
He wrote 6 songs in 4 days for kids at St. Jude's Hospital in Memphis. And then he heard a voice on the telephone.
The voice I heard was this little girl's voice saying, thank you for my song. And she had cancer. I hung up the phone and I cried my eyes out for half an hour. And that was what sort of the confirmation. I knew that I was on the right path.
Beltzer's songs of love have crossed paths with kids like Ayanna Middleton and her mother.
You brighten up our world, our little shrimpy girl, Ayanna.
Ayanna is recovering from stomach cancer.
How old are you? Say it.
3.
The sound of music can't always drown out the sound of sickness, loneliness, isolation.
Come on, nice and easy, that.
But there is medical evidence that music can help patients where machines cannot. We saw just how potent a prescription music can be for 8-year-old Victoria Sydorski. When we first met her, Victoria wasn't interested in any music. She was feeling nauseous. She was uncomfortable, and no wonder. Victoria has brain cancer and is undergoing grueling chemotherapy. Sometimes she can feel better by playing her song, best of all with her family, where she takes center stage.
Swimming in the pool, looking way too cool today. She's got the smoothest motion. She can swim in ocean. Victoria Sydorski, so beautiful and lovely. We sing to her the song of love, 'cause love is what she is.
At moments like this, Victoria feels embraced.
It's all about me. When I listen to it, it makes me feel good when I don't feel well.
Victoria's parents, Jeff and Kathy, say when their daughter is not singing along in a crowd, she listens alone in her bedroom.
She starts to sing along with the words, smile, makes her think about something positive. Other than that, she's sick.
Victoria Sydorski.
They really should know that what they're doing has a true impact on a child's life. If they could only see her smile and sing that song, I think they would appreciate that.
And for John Beltzer, the reward he gets is not measured in record sales, but in smiles.
Ingrid, she's the one. Yes, the one. Ingrid, she's the one.
These are his gold records.
Ingrid, she's the one. Yes, the one.